You are entirely your fault. At first, this is a very empowering sentiment. You can create your own life. You can change anything about your life. You can change anything about you. But eventually this leads down to the realization that the things you don't like about yourself, the worst parts of you, are also your fault. And that's going to piss off a lot of people. There's a great power in the realization that we are a culmination of our choices. You can, at any moment, shave your head, get on a bus, and start a completely new life. You can do that right now. You can drop everything and completely reinvent yourself if you want to. That's the great side of this, is thinking about the future and how you can change yourself into something you prefer or you like better. Now, where this truth starts getting hard is realizing that your present state is because of you. Now, some might be thinking, well, no, I grew up in this, I experienced that, and that's why I am who I am. No. Now, I say that because you can find so many examples of people that grew up in sometimes identical circumstances or near identical circumstances and yet became completely different people. There are cases of, twins that grew up in the same household, they look the same, they act almost identical, and yet they turn into completely different people. This is a manifestation of the fact that it's the choices. You can either accept your circumstances or defy them. This starts becoming a harsh truth because that means you have a lot of responsibility to yourself. You realize that looking at your circumstances and giving the credit or blame to your circumstances for whatever misfortunes you are currently experiencing, that's what it is you're just blaming them. You're not taking power for yourself. You need to start accepting that you, all of you, are entirely your fault. Again, I know this is going to piss off a lot of people and they're going to go, no, this circumstance, that circumstance, this happened. It doesn't matter. So many people come from terrible circumstances and defy the odds and become amazing. So many people can go from amazing circumstances and yet fall so far. So what is it that dictates one or the other? It's your choices. It's up to you what you decide to do with your resources. You can decide, I am going to use what's at my disposal or I am not. In my early almost adulthood, when I was first starting to seriously think about what it was I wanted to do with my life, all my childhood I wanted to be a teacher. But as soon as I started seriously thinking about it, I wanted to be in a traveling ballet company. That's what I wanted to do. And then right on the side. So for the longest time, I thought my circumstances were why that would never happen. I didn't go to a big ballet school. I came to this realization in my early teens, at which point you should already be at a New York university seriously studying. And I took those circumstances and played them as an excuse in my head as to why it would never happen, and then quickly gave up the dream. Now here's the thing. I decided. I gave it up. Now here's the thing. People have started much later. Right now there's a prima ballerina out there that she didn't start seriously training until her teens, and yet she made it. Other people are able to rise to the top. What happened? So here's the thing. It's on me that never happened, because I could have trained more. I could have researched more. I could have called around, figured out how to get to tryouts and trainings and all kinds of things that would have helped me get to the point to make that happen, but I didn't. I could have taken a job as early as possible to help pay for those trainings, but I didn't. I didn't pursue that dream, and I just let it go. I did that. That is on me, nobody else. With this realization and responsibility, it starts lighthearted and going, well, my future can be anything, and then it turns to, but my sucky circumstances, whatever they may be, that's all on me too. And then it becomes an acceptance. You gradually go through the stages. So you get to a point where you're like, okay, well, what happened happened. I chose what I chose. I am where I am. Let's go from here. So you're going to have to reach that point and just keep going forward from there. You're going to have to understand that everything that comes next in your life, everything that follows from this moment, is on you. So with this too comes the ability to reclaim credit as well. Because people are going to say, well, I made you that. Well, I did that. Those are things that happen to you. Those are not things that made you, because ultimately you made you. So what I want you to do from this moment onward is take responsibility for who you are. If you don't like something about yourself, change it. If you really like something about yourself, take credit for that. And just go forward with the gift and the burden of knowing that you are entirely up to you. A little terrifying. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe for more, and make sure you ring that bell so that way you don't miss what happens next. And I hope to see you in the next chapter.